Hi everybody. I'm sure that you can tell that I'm either having a whole lot of fun or just making a mess. But anyhow, a while back I had made some tabs and then I kept thinking, oh, I wanted to make some with the gold foil. So I had this paper that was striped, left over from a wedding album I made for my daughter. And it was like this big wide stripe and then had a big wide white and big wide stripe. It wasn't something that I used it. I don't think I used it at all. So anyhow, I decided I wanted to make some tabs, and I've tried them different ways. Now this one, you know, I'm really into using my border strips. So that's my goal, but I thought, well, I'm going to try it with washi too. So I took some washi. Now if your washi can layer right over the foil, that is fine. You want to measure your tab punch, and mine measures, it is, let's see, about 5/8, so let's see, 10, it'd be like 11/16. So it's more than 5/8 and less than 3/4. So I've been looking for border strips that are about a 1/2 inch. That seems to work really good. Now from the scrapbook page I did with my granddaughter, with the cream on her face, the one I called, what was it called? How to have a youthful complexion or something like that. Anyhow, I took the border strips from that, and they are, let me tell you, they are exactly a 1/2 inch, but they have white at the top and white at the bottom, which I think it looks very classic. And this is one too. This is one where there was dresses on one end and then this red on the other. This was another one that was just in my scraps left over from the Jen Hatfield collection. And these two are washi's put directly onto the foil and then punched out. And these two are put on paper and then punched and then glued or taped on top and then punched out. Or no, I actually punched them out first and then put them on there. And let me show you those up close. I just love the look of them with the foil. Now, my whole goal was to have foil at the top and foil at the bottom, so that when you tucked them, you know, this one I left a little bit of white on it when I punched it out. So this one could be tucked under and that you could still have foil sticking out. And now if you were going to use them in a planner, I would try not to have the white, because you'd be probably placing them right on top. And you could do that with a photo too, if you decided that it wasn't going to show unless you know, it was there. So then I would do that, because I did that actually with Alexandria's photo. So so then you could do that. So and then I was thinking, I pulled this out so you could see, like, if it was in a planner, you could just glue it right on top. And so these ones I did with that 1/2 inch. These all are, I think, I know that one's a 1/2 inch. This one is not quite a 1/2 inch. So you can still have a little at the top and a little at the bottom, even if you decide you're going to use 2 patterns. And just, you know, you got to decide how much of each you're going to have. Like this one here, I used a floral from, I don't remember what the name of the paper was, but it was like Tea Time or something. And then I used this from one of the Echo Park papers. So I've got the 2 patterns together, which I really like that. and you still have plenty of gold on each side. So that would look, you know, real nice. You can glue it right on top and still get to see the gold on both sides. And I just work at when I go to punch it. Let me have one that you, hopefully you can see through the tab. This one here, I think it's a light enough color. So I try to come down like, let me see, I punch it this way. This one's got writing on it, so if you do have one with writing on it, you might want to make sure you have it in the right direction. I don't know if I hold it like a right-handed person or not, because I want to punch with my right and hold it with my left. So you can see the flowers, you can see the writing. I've got about 1/8 of an inch up here and about 1/8 of an inch down here. So it makes, you know how it's gonna look on your tab when you're done. Hopefully you can see that good. So I'm gonna punch this. I keep finding the extra little pieces fall out. And so I just go ahead and one thing about it, it's like you can kind of grab or kind of fit it into the curve. And so, and then you can kind of hold it with your fingers and kind of feel that curve, and that way you know that you got the 1/8 of an inch at the top and the 1/8 of an inch at the bottom if you punched it correctly. Now this one I left a little bit of white, so it'd have to be tucked under, but you can still see plenty of gold on both sides, and I love how that looks. It just looks so classy. Let me just lift this up and show you. Put it there again. Move the picture since I can. You see how that looks? It just looks really classic. And then one I punched out this Vogue from that Cartabella collection I was using, because I thought, oh, that would be cool. And if I can pick this up, I thought I would have already made one, but I guess not. But I love this punch. It's like, I probably use this punch more than anything, even though, because sometimes I'll just punch them out and put them in my color box for easy scrapbooking. Now this doesn't have any color around it. It just says the Vogue, but I thought that would be really cute on a, and that's just off the, the branding strip saying what the collection was. Well, it was in Vogue, but it's like that didn't fit into my punch. But that's really cute. And here's my double one. And like this one here, I would like to see this as a double, because this is one of my favorites. Am I out of the gold already? Let me punch a couple. And one thing nice about this stripe, it's so wide that I can get one out of the top and one out of the bottom, as long as I kind of plan it. And so I'm trying to punch right at the very, right at the edge of the white. And so this one, it will come down, well, it's actually up at the top. Okay, so, and this is actually the other side of that. So let me see if I can get, I'll kind of punch it low. And then we'll have a little bit of plaid and a little bit of the floral, which I love plaid and floral. And then, if you put in some foil, that's nice. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh, I guess I could do it the other way, because there's the flower again. Okay, let me do that, because I think I would like to have the plaid on the bottom more. Okay. I usually been taping to the top, which actually makes, to the upper piece, which makes more sense. But I just rolled it across the foil, which it doesn't want to grab the foil as easily. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this one. It's one of my favorite papers. And when I was kind of going through my papers, I actually found another one. Yippee! Okay. Gotta get my fingers in here and kind of guide it to a spot. Okay, there's not very much gold at the bottom of this, but I just figured as long as I had it at the top, that was good when I was doing two papers. And I will have to put a little bit of glue behind there, but you see how cute that is? I mean, it's like if I can have a, a two-tone or, two different papers on a tab, I'm a very happy camper. A very happy scrapbooker. Like this would be really pretty with the floral, and I don't know if I have one that looks well with it or not. I kind of brought out my smaller border strips, like maybe I've already used some of them. And let me see if I can find something that would go great with that, because that's what I would like to see. Oh, there's this one here that's got a little bit of a butterfly. That would be cute with it. Oh yeah, I'm doing that. Okay. Because this one, let's see, is it a full? Punch out a couple more of these. I think that one is a full 1/2 inch. And with the full 1/2 inch, you do get a really nice look because you can have a little bit at the top and a little bit at the bottom. I'm gonna put it in my cutter and just trim off a little bit. And I'm still here, I'm just trying to slide this underneath here. Okay. Just got out my little trimmer. The Tim Holtz one. And the worst part is once you've already cut it into the shape or the punch, it's hard to maneuver. So I would try to do that ahead of time, or cut it the width that you want it first. So I've cut it down somewhat, and I'm just going to go and, whoops, I want to tape this. Okay, that's good. And I don't even worry if I tape it all the way across, because I know I can go back and do it later. Okay, and this one I did leave a little bit of white on. I'm just trying to maximize my amount of punches I can get out of the foil. So, okay, and then if I can do this butterfly, and let me cut that down a little bit. I don't know who was the first person to add a tab to a scrapbook page, but it's like one of my favorite things. And I don't, it's not like I overuse it or anything. I just really like the look. Okay. And I know I've got to have a little bit thinner than that too to still end up with gold at the top. So that should do it. So even, like little tiny strips can give you, like this here Christmas paper. I mean, look you could have this down here and then like some little Christmassy print at the top. And I think I should be able to get, have just a little bit of that showing. So again, I'm just gonna shoot for that 1/8 of an inch at the top, because that should get me about where I wanna be at the bottom. And I always look to see what my what my print will look like, or you know, the pattern will look like. And so I've got a little bit of the flower. You can see the butterfly. That should look really pretty. This is a Prima paper that I also used for my daughter's wedding album. And so, and you can see how the top is straight across because it's gonna have that little edge at the top, or the little round edge of the tab at the top. Because I kept thinking, how can I get that round edge down here? But it really doesn't have to be, you know, down into it, because you're just coming up to the edge. Now, I don't have too much of my plaid, but I could have trimmed a little bit more of it off the top, probably, but. And I'm a little crooked. It's actually my bottom one. I'm gonna see if I can slide it down a little bit. Oh, I think I just moved it. Okay. I said I didn't have to worry about gluing it really good, but maybe I do. Okay, it's still not in the right place. I actually just have it in the wrong place. I thought it was moving, but it's not. It's stuck there. Okay. So I'm just gonna slide it down a little bit so it's even at the bottom. Oh, part of it is I have white at the part of the bottom, but not the other. So let me see. So if it's tucked in to that, it looks like it'd be straight. Okay. Okay, so I still have very little of the plaid. Next time I'll plan it better. But, excuse me, I love how it looks though. The butterfly in there, that pink, and then that little bit of plaid. I would like it with more plaid. So I'll work at that for my next one that I find like that. And so with the washi tape, I was able to just like measure 2 inches of washi. And let me see. I'm gonna do this black plaid, if I can find the edge. I think this is Cartabella. I think it went with one of the farm lines, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just gonna rip off about 2 inches. And I'm gonna put it right next to this. And I'm gonna leave a little bit of gold at the bottom and a little bit of gold at the top. Well, you can't tell where the top is, but oh, actually I can, because it's over, this is showing. So, what's the width of this? I thought I measured it. No, it is too wide. I'm gonna put it all the way down to the bottom, because then I will have gold at the top. Okay, well it should have. Okay, I think so. I guess I can adjust it so it does. So that, wow, that looks really cool too. It just, it looks like, it kind of looks like some kind of, I don't know, it's kind of think of a man, a rich man with black and white flannel. So that looks cute. And so I'm just gonna pull up that extra piece. And so that works really good. Now, I really love how the butterfly went on there too. Let me show you that. Now, with the butterfly one, you get about 3 butterflies in 2 inches. So I just did that. You get like 2 little halves. I could maybe try pulling off 4 and maybe getting 2 good butterflies. Let me try that. And I know I'm not going to get it all, so I am going to Let's see, and that has to be all the way to the bottom too, because you're only gonna, because of the width of it, you're not gonna get gold at the top and gold at the bottom. But I'm gonna leave just a smidgen just so I can see where I'm at. And I'm not gonna bother pushing this down because I'm just trying to get these two. And I think I should be able to get those. Yep. And that way I can pull that other off and still continue to use the foil for at least one more punch. Okay. Oh, I didn't take it all the way to the end. Okay. Terry. Wasn't looking at that part. Okay, and I actually still have a nice shaped butterfly here, so being the savvy person I am, I might just stick this on something. What do I have over here? I'm just gonna stick it over here on this piece of paper. That was not quite a full one. Okay. But you see how that turned out, and here's it, the other one. I'll put them right next to each other. Whoops, I'm stuck to everything. But I thought I would just kind of give you that idea today. So you could make some of those. I think they look really nice. It would be really neat to do a set for a friend, or you could also do them. They would look cute in a wedding album. I mean, that could be like for, you could have like, you could actually have the wedding album tabbed like, you know, at the beginning, you know, in the middle, you know, whatever you put them. You could have the shower tabbed and all that stuff. You know, here's cutting the cake, because they look, you know, so regal. So that's what I wanted to show you today. And remember to give it a like if you like it. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And I'm sure I'll be back with something else where I'm trying to put two things together onto something else, because I love that look. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.